morning.
Good morning, Zai.
I want to ask you, if you're not the green man today, what color would you be?
Blue.
Blue?
Blue is the new green.
Why blue?
Blue is the concept of integrating everything in a new blue economy where all the resources that we are using get reused. So blue is the new green. So it's easy to switch. And yesterday was my birthday, and one of my friends said, you know, green man, I think you should turn into the blue man. So that might be my future color. But my historical color is yellow, because my surname, Gelber, in German, translated into English, means yellower. So I came from yellow to green, moving to blue.
Yellower means more yellow?
Yellower means more yellow, yeah.
Okay, but what's your favorite color, honestly?
I've never really had a color that from a visual or something like that where I said, hey, this is my favorite color. I mean, my favorite color has become green because of the Green Man brand. But I've never had a color that struck me as this is my favorite color. But when I look at the greens around us, I think green is so beautiful. It's a reflection of Mother Nature. It's a calming color.
Where do you think you're going to be in 10 years?
10 years' time, I think I'm going to be in the Philippines.
Are you planning to retire in Philippines?
I will never retire.
Okay.
I'm too much of a man on a mission. And after 10 years or 11 years Malaysia, I still haven't accomplished my mission of mobilizing Malaysians. So I'm still working on that. But I feel at the same time, in parallel, my mission to mobilize people in the Philippines is starting. Is kicking off, and when
starting now, no?
It's starting now. I can feel it in my bones. Yes.
So in 10 years, you're going to be there and
yeah,
just
maybe.
permanently growing that country towards the ecosystem of being green.
Potentially, yeah. I feel that the movement, the following, the message that I'm sharing is having more fertile ground there.
Right.
I see more traction, I see more enthusiasm, I see more willingness to implement over there than I see here.
You've been traveling quite a bit
Yeah.
around the world. And what kind of a traveler are you?
I'm a fairly easygoing traveler. I am always adopting to the circumstances. I don't need much stuff with me. I used to be a backpack traveler, but now I have a little luggage.
You can do backpacking?
Yeah. I've
Okay.
done backpacking. I've done interrailing. I've slept in front of the train station of Venice in the open air.
Really?
I've hitchhiked back from Northern Ireland all the way to my kampung in Germany without using any form of public transport all the way. So I'm a very rugged traveler. I'm never scared anywhere. I'm never worried about things. I might even go somewhere without booking a hotel in advance. So I'm a worry-free traveler.
So you don't pre-plan your trips. Everything has got to be in order. Everything has got to be booked. Nothing like that. So pretty easy.
Easy. I
Do
mean,
you still do that? Even today?
I still do that.
Okay.
For example, I am going to Thailand first week in September for a conference. I'm giving two talks there. It's about renewable energy. I will book the hotel when I arrive there. So I know roughly where I'm going to be, where most of the delegates of the conference are going to stay. But I'm not going to book the expensive hotel, the Marriott that they're all staying in. I'm going to book a small, cheap boutique hotel where, you know, for 4 nights, I pay as much as those guys pay for 1 night. I don't need the luxury traveling. I mean, one part of green lifestyle is to actually not generate such a carbon footprint. And if you stay in a small boutique hotel, your environmental impact is massively lower than you stay in a 5-star Marriott where they're gonna, you know, try and change your bed cover every day, even though you hang out something there. You don't want your towels to change. Actually, what I often do, and what I've done here in the hotel, I put the door sign, "Don't disturb." That is the best way of avoiding additional environmental impact. If they come in, you know, they might change the soap, they might change the towels. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of those normal services. I just want to minimize the carbon footprint. Even this morning, I didn't even put on the car the key because I think then the aircon kicks in, and I didn't need the aircon. So I just had all the electronic
so that's
system switched
if
off.
you're traveling alone.
Yeah.
But if you have company with you, say for example, a lady traveler, on a romantic escapade, for example, would you do that as well?
Then you have to adopt. I mean,
there you go.
yes, you need to check whether that style of rugged traveling is okay with the lady or not. So you would want to get the consent of your travel partner. Sure, that might change things.
Can I ask you something a little bit more sensitive? So they say Germans, right, in general,
Yes.
quote unquote, are actually very boring, too disciplined, and lack sense of humor. What say you?
Good question. Good question.
But you've heard this,
Yes,
right?
that's a stereotype. That's a stereotype, and I've often used that stereotype and played with it and turned it into a joke. Actually, in the UK, I lived there for 10 years. That image of the Germans is very strong. There's obviously a history of world wars where we were on opposite sides. And when I announced to my neighbors that I was going to go to England, the neighbor Fritz, who was in the Second World War, he was like, really, you're going to visit the Tommies, he was quite shocked. But I mean, I used that in the UK as a joke. Hey guys, I don't know whether you can hear it from my accent, but I'm German. No jokes. This weekend, this is going to be the most serious training course you have ever experienced. You're not allowed to smile. And then people were cracking up. So, we Germans might not be as good with cracking a joke, but occasionally we can, hopefully, yeah.
So what kind of a German are you?
Apparently, I'm not a typical German.
You're not?
That's what I've been told by a lot of people. They can't immediately pick up that I'm German by my accent. Some people can still hear it a little bit. So I'm not as serious as Germans are. I'm not as well organized. Even my style of traveling is very rugged, very unplanned. I'm, one of the few Germans whose profession is more in the area of communication, of, giving inspirational talks. There are not many international inspirational German speakers around, because most of the Germans that you meet will be engineering, will be technology, will be working for a big German multinational. I don't fit into the, let's say, category of the typical German expats that you see in Malaysia. So I don't hang out that much with Germans. Occasionally I hang out with them. But when I moved to the UK, I was asked by my German friends, hey, why don't you join the German society? And my response was, I've lived with Germans more than 20 years, Why would I want to hang out with Germans only all the time? So I've been interested in meeting other cultures and mingling around. And I have some
That was the UK. What about here in Malaysia? Do you still get to see your fellow Germans here? A lot of them?
One of my best friends, Thomas, is a German. We hang out regularly. We have a German chit-chat occasionally. The German ambassador occasionally invites me for events, so I occasionally tag along. And I think, some Germans might appreciate the contributions I make in terms of promoting green economy, green technology. And but I'm not, proactively all the time looking for hanging out with the German community. I'm much more, created my own green community and focused on, inspiring local people, Malaysians. That is really my target. When I'm in the Philippines, I want to inspire Filipinos. When I'm in Malaysia, I want to inspire Malaysians. So I think I have a lot of Malaysian friends here, and hopefully I can inspire people, not because I'm someone special, I'm someone smart or whatever else, just because it's a genuine quest.
At the end of the day, it's not about the nationalities anyway.
Yeah.
You can make an impact. It could be just about anyone, right?
So what do you think? Am I typical German?
My observation?
Yeah.
Yes and no. You're pretty easygoing. I mean, I have a number of Germans in my life, and they are all different in many, many ways. We'll keep that separate. Okay? Now, you speak 4 languages.
Yes.
You speak English, you speak German, obviously, you
Yes.
speak Spanish, speak a little bit of Francais.
Yes.
Which one do you think you feel most sexy in?
I think I like Spanish most in terms
No
of
way,
sexy. Yeah, yeah.
really?
I know you would prefer French. Français, parler le français, c'est quelque chose de différent. Pero me gusta muy bien el
Sí, bon.
español. So my preferred sexy language is Spanish.
What is it about Spanish that makes you sexy? Is it because of the gesture? Is it because of the tonation? It's just the language itself.
Maybe it's makes me think back of my previous Spanish girlfriend.
There you go.
That could
There's
be that.
always a
That
story
could be.
behind a
Yes,
story, right?
Yes, yes. I've never had a French girlfriend, so maybe it's the Spanish girlfriend.
Right.
Yes.
Talking about girlfriends, what are the best qualities or the prerequisite qualities that you look for in a woman? See, I'm trying to get that sense of humor out of you, German.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me get rid of the fly here.
Qualities that you look for in a woman.
Yeah. The qualities that I look for is first
Okay,
of all.
let's talk about physical first. There's always a physical attributes that a man look in a woman. So what are the physical attributes?
I have no fixed physical attributes. I have no fixed
Come
physical
on.
attributes. No, seriously.
If
I mean,
she's got one ear bigger than the other, then it's going to be a turn off, right? Somewhat. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but
no, I wouldn't say there are many specific fixed things that I, would say, oh, hands off, There might be little specific details that you spot, where you say, hey, that's not my cup of tea. But that, is something that you just see and this is not your cup of tea. It's not something generic.
I know your little secret.
Yes,
Okay.
I can
let's not talk about
pick up where you want to go now. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's not talk about physical. Okay, what qualities do you look for in a woman?
I'm not attracted to gold diggers, and gold diggers are actually not hitting on me because I spend little money in the consumption world. Because the consumption society that tells people you gotta have the latest phone, you gotta have a big car, you gotta have a big house to be somebody is a system that I don't support. Because
you're
it's
missing
against
the point.
it's
I
against
asked you the
Yes.
qualities. You're telling me the qualities you're not attracted to.
Yeah, the opposite of that is a woman that actually lives a more not thrifty lifestyle, but a lifestyle that is not based on materialistic things giving you happiness. I am into women that are living a lifestyle that is more based on other aspects making them happy, not materialistic things. It could be a walk out in Mother Nature. It could be connection to friends, to humans. It could be a nice journey of discovery out there rather than the materialistic things. So, and I think for me the key is connection. That's why I said earlier on, there are no fixed physical attributes where I would say,
If it's there, then it's there.
Yeah.
If it's not there,
Yeah. I've never, oh, she must be blonde or something like that. But one thing that I can say, I guess, after 11 years in Asia, I'm more attracted to Asian women than to European women now.
every European who comes to Asia would say that when they go back to Europe, it's a complete different story altogether. It's always like that. Anyway,
Can you confirm that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What's your biggest pet peeves?
My what?
Your biggest no-no? A definite no-no.
When it comes to women,
No. In general, in life.
in general, in life.
There must be a few.
Yeah,
At least.
for me, destroying Mother Nature for the sake of earning a living, that's a no-no for me. I mean, my philosophy in life is let's make a living from helping the planet rather than from destroying the planet. So I wouldn't want to get involved in projects that really destroy Mother Nature. So that's a no-no for me. That's about ethics. That's about philosophy of life.
Right.
Stealing money is a no-no for me. Taking money that I don't deserve or that I don't own is a no-no for me.
Even if I give you 2.6 billion right now? Just saying.
If it would be a donation for a good cause, we might have to look at, where the money comes from.
Right.
And then, evaluate from a perspective of my personal ethical beliefs, what can we do with the money. But if it would be money from inappropriate sources, then I guess I might be tempted to decline it.
So you want to get paid for the things or the job that you have done, not for something that you're not going to be doing and you have to be doing, and you have to take the money with you.
If somebody wants to give me money for something I haven't done, but for a good cause, I'm happy to use that money for a good cause. But it's very important for me to keep that ethical balance in whatever I do. Most of what I do, where I earn money, the money goes back into green campaigns, into green initiatives. I give a lot of talks that are non-for-profit. I launched the Negawatt Revolution campaign. All the expenses for that campaign at this point in time, I have carried from my own pocket. So for me, that is part of how I live and what I stand for. And
Okay, last question for the first part of this session. If I were to turn your life into a movie right now, for example, tell me who's going to play you, who's going to play your leading ladies, and what's the storyline going to be?
Oh, who would play me?
Who would best play you?
I mean, if somebody just comes to mind as an instinct, maybe it would be Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Because he has got a green touch. He is quite a passionate environmentalist. So obviously he as a celebrity, he has maybe a big environmental impact himself, but he's done great work for the planet for promoting
I don't think
environmentalism.
He would mind to shave his head anyway, right?
Yeah, sure. And the ladies, how many should we include?
I don't know. How many do you have in your life? How old are you today? Today you just turned 1 day older than 48, no?
Yes,
So that's
48 plus 1.
48 years
Hopefully
of
I
your
still look
entire
young,
life.
ladies.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many ladies you've had. That's
Yeah, some ladies will
you know.
play a role in that movie on the journey, and I guess it would depend on maybe me checking with those ladies. Do they want to be part of the movie or not?
rather than using like existing actresses that people could relate to.
As existing actresses, I'm not a big movie goer, so it's
Yeah.
not like it's not like all these names jumping into my. I'm just thinking about a German actress, Veronika Ferres.
We don't know her.
Yeah, that's the problem. Just because I was in a movie where she was in, just as a bystander. So,
What's your storyline gonna be? What's it gonna be?
my storyline is the quest to mobilize the human species to battle against the evil forces of destruction of the planet.
Sound like a superhero movie.
Yeah, it must be a superhero movie. It's the what Captain Planet or whatever else.
Do we
with,
already not have Captain Planet?
Captain Planet is there already. I mean, that's what a
Yeah,
lot of people
yeah.
can relate to. We didn't really watch it in Germany, but I know a lot of people here can relate to. So that would be my storyline, in real life, I'm maybe not such an hero because I have to play the game.
Right.
I have to play the game. I can't chain myself in front of trees in remote places in Malaysia where they are chopping down the forest because I think then I would already be out of Malaysia because I might not get a visa to come back. So
Yeah,
I
you
have
might
been,
not.
I've been a peaceful warrior, non-confrontational warrior, because that way my message can move and travel. So I would want to have a storyline that's maybe a bit more dynamic than the peaceful, non-confrontational warrior that I am in real life. But I think that is the most effective way for me operating in Malaysia. And I think that could be as well interesting for a movie. How can you actually influence things in a country with very peaceful and consensus-based strategies? And how can you mobilize a movement? That one I haven't cracked yet. I'm still working on that.
Might be possible.
Yeah.
You never know. Shall we play some game?
Sure.
3-word game means if I mention a name or a place or anything at all, give me 3 words to describe these things, okay? The first one, 3 words to describe Malaysian politics.
Chaotic, corrupt, and sometimes unbelievable.
Chaotic, corrupt, unbelievable.
Yes.
German national football team.
7-1. Beat Brazil. Smile.
3 words mean it has to be one word. So
Okay.
it's like strong, or persistent.
Brazil. Triumph. Joy.
You're such a sadist. You love your football team, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was in Penang when that game happened. It was just so unbelievable.
I was happy to anyway.
The joy.
Okay, 3 words to describe the French.
Charming. Nationalistic. Beef.
Beef?
Yeah.
Beef as in...
I remember they like to eat beef all the time.
Right.
Beef steak.
So
And I still remember from Paris, the place where I stayed, the cook was always frying beef steak.
So the French are beef, nationalistic or patriotic? Patriotic?
Yeah, patriotic. I mean, this is all based on the cook. I remember
Right.
the cook. The cook was very patriotic, moving towards nationalistic. But I shouldn't
And-
generalize that for all French. You're
And
right.
charming. Okay.
In a way, charming, yes. Maybe the language as well, as opposed to what we discussed earlier, where I presented Spanish as the sexiest one. But the French is charming, right? The French language.
Okay, 3 words to describe Asian names.
Complicated, different, nice.
Nice? Okay, I'm going to test you on that, okay?
Yes.
It's saying the Asian names are complicated. How do you pronounce that, this hotel right now? REN space I space TANG. How do you pronounce that in your own language?
If I would do it the German way, Ren I Tang.
Okay.
And here you pronounce it
I don't know.
Renai Tang.
Yeah.
Renai Tang.
That's right.
Yeah.
3 words to describe durians.
Gorgeous, tasty, beautiful.
I wish you could say the same thing like that on Asian names or Asian women, but you have it on durians. That's not fair.
You have not asked me about Asian women.
No,
You've
I'm not
only
gonna
asked me
ask-
about
I'm-
Asian names.
I'm not gonna ask.
You know,
So
I might
what was it on durians again? Gorgeous?
tasty, beautiful.
Okay.
I love durians. Oh man, can we go eat some durians?
No. You can. I'm not going with you anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd love to find some durians today.
3 words to describe Asia. Just Asia in general.
Diverse, fascinating people.
Elaborate people?
Loads of people.
Right.
Loads of
okay.
people in Asia. Asia is the center of the world in terms of people.
Okay. 3 words to describe Philippines.
Passionate, flexible, and resourceful. Filipinos get hit by a lot of natural disasters.
The Indonesians too, actually.
Sorry?
The Indonesians too.
I guess there are linkages with Indonesia, there are linkages with, Sabah, Malaysia. But if you look at most of the severe natural disasters, they are hitting the Philippines. And Filipinos recover very fast. They are quite resourceful in the sense of, recovering from major typhoons and things like that. They kind of have a sense of you need to treat Mother Nature with respect. And that is what I can feel at the moment when I do my green initiatives there. There's a lot of momentum for doing something for Mother Nature and respecting Mother Nature. And that I think is a very fertile framework for me to do my green campaigns.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 words to describe Chancellor Merkel.
Reliable, trustworthy, mother. That's the perception that Germans have. She's the mother of the nation. That's why she's so successful in keeping German politics under her control, because people have this kind of trust relationship with her. And she's been reliable. She's like a safe pair of hands. And she is totally not corrupt. She doesn't care about personal benefit. She is really, and even her husband, he's a professor at the university. He doesn't even want to get involved in business and politics. They are so disassociated from any business interests. They are so squeaky clean. It's just like, you feel that you don't have any vested interests. She only has the interests of the nation at her heart.
How long has she been on reign for?
I mean, she's been in politics since the previous Kohl government. She was even the environmental minister. But as a chancellor, I think she's already served more than 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. She's been around for a long time.
So the Germans generally are happy with her around?
They're happy with her. I mean, the German economy is doing well.
Well, the only one who's doing well in Europe right now, let's say. Yep.
I mean, Germans are concerned about the huge number of refugees that's coming in. Germans are concerned about the commitments towards Greece. But then on the other hand, whether the fiscal policy strategy that Germany in particular is requesting from Greece is the right way to go is another question. So, there's a lot of things. But the average Kampung person in Germany is quite worried about the financial commitments. And people got to remember, the average Kampung person in Germany is not rich. Their income is about 5,000 ringgit a month or between 5 to 10,000 ringgit a month. They're not living on big financial measures.
Right.
Germany has been prudent with salaries. That's one of the reasons why, the German economy is, I think, still doing well.
Okay, so to wrap up this entire session, I'm going to say thank you again, Mathias, for coming all the way up to Penang and having to spend a session with Coffee Spill. Now, I want you to look at the camera and tell us a little bit about this book that you have just published and where we can get it from, what can we expect when we read it, and so on.
This is the Green Man's Guide to Green Living and Working. Basically, the idea behind the book is that I want to mobilize Malaysians. After 10 years in Malaysia, I asked myself, how much long-term sustainable change have I been able to contribute to the country? I came to the conclusion, very little, sikit-sikit. I need to have a book.
It's like a pocket guide designed for Malaysians.
Yes. It's written for Malaysians with Malaysian stories, Malaysian case studies. You can learn about what you can do at home, in your life, with your family, community, your office, your place of work, and if you're an entrepreneur, how can you make your business greener? I only focus on areas that are of your influence and control. I'm not asking you to solve a deforestation issue in Sarawak. I'm just asking you the steps you can take. You don't need to be perfect, but start doing something. The book is printed on recycled paper. The book was made carbon neutral. The book was printed with vegetable ink. I did everything I could to make the book as green as possible. But the book is a message for you. You can take steps. I launched in parallel the Negawatt Revolution, negawattrevolution.org. You can set up your free account. You can start energy saving at home. You save energy, you save money, you help the planet. This book is my quest to see a lot of Malaysians go green with taking practical small steps at home. So please buy the book. You can get it online on my website, greenmanspeaks.com.
Okay, so the website again is greenmanspeaks, that's one word.com.
Yes.
And where else can we find this?
You can get it in the organic and eco store Just Life.
Where is that? Just Life?
Just Life. Google it on the internet.
Okay.
They have shops in Malacca, in Penang, in KL. Here in Penang, you can get it as well in the Real Foods restaurant in Straits Key. The easiest might be just go to my website, order it there. Or,
well, it's not that expensive. It's only 38 ringgit.
Yeah,
per
that's
copy.
right.
Yeah.
Or what I do as well is I do talks for corporates, buy 60 or 100 books, I give a free talk, I do a book signing to try and inspire and mobilize your employees to go green, because I believe we need to go green at home and at work. If we have people do it at home, practice it with their kids, like save electricity, then they'll as well be more motivated to do it at work. So we need to combine the two things with one another.
So for those of you guys out there who wants to have a guide and some tips on how to go green, and this I think would actually be a good start for you. It's actually not pocket size, but it's handy enough. The fonts are quite big, so it's easy reading. So get this book, as Mathias mentioned just now, from his website, greenmanspeaks.com, or Google Just Life. You'll probably get it from there. And for everyone else, I also want to announce that there will be 2 more Coffee Spill Penang TV edition, and after that we're going to move down to KL. So please subscribe to our page right now, share and like it. Also, if you haven't already, please like our page, facebook.com/coffeespillpenang, and there'll be a big news coming in November for all of you in Penang especially. I'm bringing back all the personalities under one roof, so that's going to be exciting. So anyway, thank you again, Mathias. I hope you had fun with us.
Sure.
And
Thanks.
I hope that Coffee Spill gives you a little bit more awareness on what the community in Penang is all about.
Yeah.
So that's good, right?
It was great.
From our crew, post-production partner, Jar Creations, our partner hotel, Ranai Tang, Mathias and I, and Coffee Spill, we're saying bye.
Bye-bye.